Hello people of YouTube and welcome back to New Nerdington, the city that cannot be paused. Very nice indeed. So far the no pausing thing has been going pretty alright. Right. Like I said in the last episode, I would make some small adjustments here to this part of the road. So what I did is I took down the bridge ever so slightly, so this gradient is a bit less weird, and have this continue over ground. And also I changed up this ever so slightly, so this flows a lot nicer now, and it also looks a bit nicer. I think that's very good. And I changed my my road speeds to 120 kilometers an hour, which in the Netherlands, which is my point of reference, is kind of a normal highway speed, although 130 has become more popular in recent years. I think 120 is good enough. And I also changed this from 100 to 120. I also noticed that, yeah, these... That looks like a slight hazard there. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Good. That looks like a slight hazard. I don't know. We might fix that later. That's one of the mods that has put back all of the plants and stuff that would normally disappear when you build over them. Let's just have you deleted. Oh man, there's so many more. You know what? I'm just not going to bother with that. Right. I also, as you can see, did a bit of a weird thing here. I'll just show you why I made this into a 3-lane road instead of a 2-lane one, because it does make sense, trust me. Right, so let's get started with some road building. This episode, I'm afraid, is going to be a little bit road-centric, traffic-centric. So yeah, this is going to become an off-ramp to the officey area. This needs heavy fixing because that is clogged to death, which is not optimal. Why are you guys going straight on? Let's have a look-see, actually. Do I want you to go straight on? I kind of don't. Maybe. Let's see, what happens if we just have these guys go into this other lane, and then you can go in there. You fucked up, my friend. But maybe that'll take some stress off the situation. Otherwise, what I think I might do is make a sort of pre-sorting off-ramp for this this road. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to solve this yet. We'll see. Right then. What was I doing? I was over here. Sorry for the moving about. There we go. Jesus Christ, it's dark as well. Yeah, so what was I going to do? I was going to take one of these, a national road, which it's not going to function as, but that is fine. And then come off here. I need roads anarchy. I always need roads anarchy. Gimme roads anarchy. Thank you. Right, let's have a look. Can you not snap to a grid? I want you to snap to the grid. I feel like that's quite critical there. Right. Can you... That's 3. That works. And then you can have 3 as... Is that 3? Yes, that's 3 as well. These do seem a little bit on the low side of things. Let's have a look. Press M. And have you go up slightly. Have you go up slightly. So that they are slightly more, you know, level with the whole situation. This whole road is a bit wavy, I just spotted, but, you know, that's fine. I'm sure the traffic will deal. Right, let's keep going. Go down. Let's have M disappear again. And let's see, 7. How far can I go? No, I can't go 7. I could bend the other way, maybe. Would that work? Yes, but it's not quite what I want. What about 6? I guess I don't need to go all the way down yet. So what about 6? No, that's not going to work either. Because then I end up going further around the corner. and fucking myself over even more. So let's get you to -15. 5 to 5 again. -6 maybe. Is that a decent... That's a little bit on the steep side of things, but I'm sure it'll work. The people in this town generally don't really complain. And then you can go to ground level. Yes. Like that-ish. Yeah, I think that works quite nicely. Okay, let's see. Let's now have this go into here. Okay, very good. Press M. I think I still have snapping enabled. Yes, there we go. I'm gonna... Let's see, what am I gonna do? Slightly squish this a bit more. Yes, that works. Okay, and now I need to fix the angles for everything up. I think that's still good, actually. Ooh. That did a bit of fuckery. I don't want you to do that. There we go. You are still okay. You are perfect. Nice. That looks pretty decent, actually. How's that for angle? Bit steep, but you know, the cars need to slow down a lot anyway before they can even get off here. So that's all right. Let's see. So I wanted to do an what was it? National road? National road. Yes. So upgrade you. Plonk, 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 and in there. That is very good. That became a little bit wide. Oh, you need to be upgraded as well, don't you? Yeah, there you go. Okay, and then I need to very quickly switch up the road selection thing. And you should absolutely not have a traffic light. Turn you... No, that's the wrong one. Turn you off. You really do not need a traffic light. And we'll get to why in a bit. So that one can only go in there. You can only go in there. Right, so I think you might get the gist of how this works. So what I've basically done with this 3-lane road, or 6-lane I guess if you count both sides, is it goes from these 2 lanes into 3. So the 3rd lane becomes an off-ramp, which is very good indeed. And also an on-ramp. So people can now go into this industrial zone here and out of it again onto that road. Very nice indeed. Also, I'm gonna need to redo you, I think. Because... There you go, you saw that arrow disappear. What the hell did you do, my friend? I'll take it. You're doing that perfectly fine. What the hell is wrong with you? Jesus Christ. A little bit insane. But yeah, that works. So let's have you go in there. Oh wait, you're a one-way. That actually needs to be a 2-way road. We'll sort that out in a bit, I suppose. Let's redo that. There we go. So this arrow also points that way. The only slight problem there is that this barrier is now broken. I think there are modded roads that prevent that from happening, but I'm not too bothered with it as long as the people just keep driving and don't turn off into the wrong side of the road. But yeah, as you can see, this works. So that is now a proper on and off ramp. I think that looks quite nice. That works pretty well. So I'm gonna do the same thing for this road, but where am I gonna feed this in? Am I gonna feed that into there as well? Or am I gonna feed that in there? I think I might actually feed that in there. Because then you take the stress of the 2 points. Yeah, I guess that works. Let's have a look. So what did I do? I'm gonna take normal roads. These guys. First of all, I'm gonna upgrade you because you need to be a 2-way road. And then grab you. What did I do? 5 to 5-ish. And down to, I think, 15. I guess, yeah. What are you doing? They looked very confused then. What happens if I toggle straight slopes? Let's see. What are you doing? You guys are being weird about this. Does that work? Yeah, that does actually work. Oh, that is what a straight slope is. that makes this want to go up. Okay, well, that works for me. What if I upgrade you to an overpassy type of road? Yeah, I think that looks a little bit nicer. That works a lot better. Yes, that's very good. Okay, so let's now upgrade you to a proper highway type of thing as well. And you too, you lost a little bit. And then change the directions that people can flow in. So you can go in there. You can go in there. Okay, let's have a look. Let's speed this up and let's see to what degree this works. I think that works perfectly fine. I'm not seeing any weird stops or any weird turn-offs. People are doing their thing perfectly, flawlessly. Yeah, excellent. I quite like that. That works. That works very well, actually. And that ramp is not stupidly steep either. Yeah, very good. Very good indeed. Yeah, I'm quite fond of that. That's nice. Right, so what else were we going to do? Right, fix this problem over here, because this is insanity. And I fucking hate industry, man. Industry gets so clogged so quickly. So what are we going to do about this? Let's have a look. I want these power pylons, for the time being, to go on the other side of the road. How do we do this? I have them selected, right? Yeah, there we go. And then go in there. That means that you can be deleted, and I have some space to sort out my traffic problems. Because problematic they are indeed. Wow, that looks like a mess. So many smokestacks. Right. I just noticed that there's a... Is there a bus stop? Oh yeah, there's a bus stop here. That might not be the best place for that anymore, actually. Let's get rid of that ever so slightly. How are we gonna solve this? Let's see. For the time being, this might seem like a stupid solution, putting it there, because that's gonna make this mess more congested. But I'm gonna pull sort of a pre-sorting road off of there in there, which may or may not work. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Let's have a look at that then. So what kind of road are we gonna use for a pre-sorting road? I guess something one-laney, not a highway ramp possibly. Maybe something like this, just a one-lane, one-way road. I think that might work. Okay, let's have a look at that. So I would like you ultimately to go sort of. You need to be a normal down on the ground road, and you need to not snap to other roads, if you would be so kind. I need you to snap just to the grid, please. You're almost there. Sure. Okay, and then you can go into... Oh my god, come on, up there. And in there. This is, for now, this is looking like a mess, but we'll fix that in a bit. What I actually want you to do ultimately is not do that, but with parking. No, definitely without parking. I want you to... Let me have a look and see if I can solve this, because I want this to connect to this very first row here. So let's have a look at that. Okay, I've definitely made a solution, and I'm just checking out what buses are gonna do, because I fucked around with the... oh my god, that's a mess. Ah, so you now need to go that way. That's kind of not optimal. So you're gonna be taking a really weird route to get to that bus stop over there. So let's move that bus stop again. But yeah, this is the sort of solution I've come up with. And it works, question mark. Yeah, so by it works, question mark, I mean it doesn't really work. So let's have that bus stop move to in there, maybe. Although that's getting quite close to that one, so I don't know how much use there actually is for that bus stop. But yeah. No, the buses are forced to go that way. This, by the way, is just, in general, a really stupidly busy industrial zone. Why is this one so busy? And Well, I guess the other ones are just as busy as well. Right, so this whole industrial area is just much busier than I thought it would be. We might have to, at some point, reconsider our road situation slightly. Maybe do some weird tunnel thing or something. I am not entirely certain. We'll think about that again in the future, though. For now, let's do something else. This I'm just gonna let this sit. Maybe this was a terrible idea. Then again, maybe not. At least it's not as busy, I suppose. But business is booming, I assume, because of the underground stations we put down. Although you are not particularly busy. You are not particularly busy. Why are you not busy? 7? 7. Good. Is it because it's night right now? Is it night this week? Is that why the undergrounds are not very busy? I'm not entirely certain. But, yeah. Well, another thing I wanted to do for the pleasure of the people is to have some bicycle tunnels under here. Maybe one there and one over here. Oh, another small thing I changed was I extended these two off-ramps slightly so they go right into these two roads. And this main boulevard now is very quiet in comparison to... Ooh, frame rate glitch. Into these roads, which is, I don't know, it's not optimal, but it's fine. We'll deal. It's far from a flawless city. But that's okay. Okay, where are paths? There, bike lanes there. Very good. So let's have a bike lane come off there, I guess. I do want you to snap, if at all possible. Sure. How am I gonna do this? To maybe 10 units and then underground to -12. Are you just not? Ah, right. Angle. Thank you. There we go. To -12 in 6. And back up again in 6. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent. And then feed you into there. So now people can take their bikes and bike to the other side of town into the not commercial, office-y zone. Nice. Very nice indeed. Where else do I want to pull something like this? How's this functioning, by the way? I actually really quite like the way this looks. That looks relatively clean. I think I did a pretty decent job of that, actually. Good. Nice, nice. So where else do I want to pull a bike path off? Maybe here? And then pass under to... Where are we going to pass it to, then? I'm not entirely sure. We can make this into a bike area as well. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure how to do this. Although I do think that maybe pulling it from off here would be a decent idea. Let's not snap you to road guidelines, but to there instead. 8-ish and then underground to -12. That's a bit extreme. Let's retry that, okay? So you need to go back up there to maybe just past there actually, and then down to -12 into there. And then where are we gonna have them come up? I guess just thereabouts actually. So let's have them go around the corner. Nope. Make a nice angle. There? Would that work? Just thereabouts, and then up again to ground level. And then have them sort of feed in here, maybe. Do you not want to do that? Yes, you do want to do that. Very good. That is very wonky. Let's see if we can fix that slightly. You go down. That's a lot nicer. Oh, and people are actually taking that, apparently. Okay, well, you aren't because you're a pedestrian. Why are you... Are you just walking... Oh, you're going to the gas station because that counts as a park. It is busy at this gas station. That's actually pretty cool to see. But yeah, you apparently work. That is... that's quite nice. Someone just came out of there on their bike. Yeah, good. Did not expect to see that work so quickly. Nice. Quite like that. Okay, what about this one over here? Is this one being used at all? Probably not, because this is not a very busy area. Someone just bike passed though. Oh yeah, can't pause. Keep forgetting that. There we go. It's just a reflex. This is very busy though. Are people biking on here? Hardly. There is, however. What the actual... That also looks a bit like a hazard. Whoa-ly. There's a lot of people biking on here. That's very cool. And also very dangerous. Good job, my friends. You're about to be killed by a truck. Yeah, but excellent. Okay. What else am I gonna do this episode? Oh yeah, I had an idea to make the flow of traffic slightly better. I want to pull this into here and pull that a little bit into here. Make a roundabout sort of idea on this end. But I think the first thing that I should be doing is actually connecting this road onto here before I start pulling this directly into the industrial zone, because that is gonna fuck with our traffic massively. So let's have this pull off right there, which is gonna increase the traffic on this bridge by 200%, I assume, because these guys will want to go in there. But we'll see. We'll just deal, and if it doesn't work out, then we can undo it, I suppose. So you were one of these. Yes, and let's have you go off there like so. How are we gonna solve this intersection? Let's have a think about that, shall we? Okay, you know, that's a start, definitely. So the people can now drive from this side of the city all the way to here and onto this road, which, I mean, that looks all right, I suppose. It looks smooth enough, and they can come off of this road into here and onto there. Although I did just spot that I need to fix this, because they should only be allowed to go there. And these guys should only be allowed to go there. Same with these people. Only there and only into there. Right, very good indeed. That is smooth enough as well. You should kind of only be allowed to go into that lane from here. But that is okay. And you, how do you work? You're kind of under there, which is not optimal, but you can go in there, I guess, and perhaps in there as well. And you should kind of only be allowed to go off to there. Oh, and additionally, of course, onto this more inner lane as well, because no one is gonna interfere there. So that's all good. So yeah, I think that that works the way it is now. Now I just need to do the same sort of situation for the other side of the road as well. Okay, you know what? Let's call it a creative solution and leave it at that. I obviously don't have the space to go into this area here, so I really had to make some weird twists and turns around to make everything flow smoothly. Speaking of flowing smoothly, how are you? Bit on the wonky side of things. Let's actually have a look at that, maybe, and that can be the last thing we do this episode. Let's pull you in here, have you go off a little bit, maybe. That's gonna get a very steep angle then. Not quite optimal. What if we do like this? Sort of. Is that better? Slightly. Slightly. Let's see. Can we make this a little bit less steep, maybe? Pull that up a little bit. Pull that up a little bit. Maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Did that work? Did that make it worse? It probably just made it worse. But yeah, this seems to have worked. Let's press M again. I also really like what happened here. Ooh, facility full. Let's have a look at that in a bit. I really like what happened here. I just pulled a straight road off here and it just landed back on the soil here, which I found quite entertaining. But yeah, this works. And is going to pull a lot of traffic through the city and through this interchange, which is, you know, probably not built for this type of capacity that it's about to get, but you know what? It's a-okay, I hope. And this is still very quiet, surprisingly quiet, actually. But yeah, okay, so you're full, meaning there's a lot of people dying all around. Not quite optimal. You're full as well, so let's have you empty to another facility. Do some slight management. Yeah, so all of our cemeteries are currently being, aside from that one, are currently, and you're almost full as well. Right. Okay, but you needed to get out of the town, so yes, come on. I wanted you to move elsewhere. Let's have you... where should we have you? Just here-ish? Is by the walkway a nice place for a cemetery? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe for the time being we can just put it on the end here, because I wasn't really planning on building anything there. But you can start operating again, and maybe I should put down a crematorium elsewhere as well. How are we doing, actually? Healthcare is excellent, apparently, which is good. Deathcare is less excellent. How are we doing for fire? I haven't really been checking this. This area could use a fire station. Why are you complaining? You guys have a fire station, a private fire station right there. You do not get the right to complain. Healthcare we already checked. Oh wait, that was... yeah, that was fire safety. What about police stuff? Police is all fine as well. Okay, so another crematorium, which can go... Do we have a crematorium yet? No, we don't at all. Okay, then it's absolutely time for a crematorium. Let's put a crematorium there-ish. So we have a crematorium there. We have cemeteries all around the shop, but maybe we should have just one spare crematorium right next to the cemetery. I feel like that's a good combination of things, and then we'll definitely have the capacity back, which will be good for us, I think, in the long run. What are we going to do next time? I am not entirely certain. We have quite a lot of options. We have public transport we can take a look at. We can just expand a little bit, because we haven't really done a lot of actual building on the size of the town. We just have done a lot of fixing, and I have spotted that there is quite a lot of demand for residential as well as commercial area, so we can definitely have a look at that. And we're also, because we haven't been expanding, not been growing at all. So yes, maybe that is what we should be doing next time. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to randomly push more of the positive buttons down below, and I will see you next time. Ciao.